going to show you our back lot down there. We've got about 400 acres of land, and this is where we make the magic happen. This is the real deal. Not just part of the theme park, this is where some of your favorite stars come to work every day. Quick housekeeping thing before we get going. Do you have 3D glasses? Make sure you grab these. This is your last chance. Put your hands up if you don't have any. We'll get you some. You'll need these a few times during the tour today. Fast and Furious Supercharged, as well as King Kong 360 3D. Don't need to wear them just yet, although everybody currently wearing the glasses looks really cool and from the future, so respect. I will warn you though, our real world is in 3D, so if something comes flying at you before we get to King Kong, you should probably...
You know, he is an incredibly majestic, ancient creature. He's a force of nature. He's old, he's wise, he's proud, he's fierce, and obviously he has a heart. The most important feature of Kong are his eyes. Kong's eyes are wonderfully expressive. They're full of emotion. His eyes are like a window into his personality and his heart. He's had an enormous number of encounters with his foes, the T-Rexes and the various dinosaurs on Skull Island, so he's beaten up, scarred, chewed up, spat out by these dinosaurs at various times, and he wears the scars of a lot of ancient battles. The Universal tram is winding its way through a very rough, narrow trail in Skull Island, allowing the visitors a little sneak peek at some of the wildlife of Skull Island. In a sense, this is like a mini sequel. Okay, glasses on, everybody. We're back in Skull Island.
Nobody say anything. I don't want to get in trouble for this. There was never a car 5. We started with 4, we're ending with 4. I didn't like car 5 anyway, they were weird. That was King Kong 360 3D. It was made by Peter Jackson and Weta Digital. These guys won 5 Oscars for their design work on such projects as Avatar, Lord of the Rings, and The Hobbit. They recently collaborated on the new Jungle Book adaptation. And we projected King Kong 360 onto some of the largest 3D screens in the whole world. This is them right here with the lights on. 40 feet tall, 180 feet long. Pretty good. Hey, what do you think about all this, Mr. Kong?
With a project like the studio tour, the audience is in the middle of the environment. They're looking in all directions, there's creatures coming at them, they're seeing Kong from this side and T-Rexes from the other side.
Working on a movie, we always know people are looking. They're looking straight ahead, they're looking at the shot that we're working on.
Here you have to take into account that people are looking in all directions.
Also, one of the things about this ride, unlike the movies that we're used to working on, there's no cuts. because it's one giant shot. This tram that's driving them along through Skull Island is where the camera's from. This ring represents where the screen is 10 meters away. We're really creating about 50 minutes of a feature film. That amount of visual information, that number of pixels, and presenting them to the audience, it's a hell of a ride.
With kids from Knight Rider, the original Ferrari from Magnum PI, featuring the car Biff drove into a manure truck, musical guests and vehicles from the Flintstones, and your hosts, Fast and Furious.
You also might recognize the gyrosphere from recent box office hit Jurassic World with Chris Pratt. And as a bonus, even our tram is pretty famous. Take a look at these. I call them Tramios. I say that at least 4 times a day. Right? Yes, at every turn of the tour today, you will be slid on by a different dinosaur. That's how we're going to play this. Alright, so we're about to take our tram down this hill right here into a very cool part of the lot we call Old Mexico. You might recognize it from Three Amigos with Steve Martin and Chevy Chase. It's also used recently for an episode of Shameless when Frank woke up. Al Roker, how are we looking today?
Everybody, here's today's forecast for the Universal backlot. It's going to be sunny and dry at 6 Points, Texas. Cool and cloudy in Little Europe. Expect snow and sleet on New York Street. And we've got a high chance of fine precipitation for Skull Island, Amity Island, and Island of Law. That's your forecast for today. Now here's a look at what's going on in your neighborhood.
Uh-oh. Flash flood warning, that looks accurate. Now the umbrellas. Let's get one down. Ta-da! Sorry, make it rain in the movies. Use those overhead sprinklers up there. Also to note, if you have the camera out, you might not see that water quite as clearly. Sometimes our directors will mix in extra liquid to make it really pop on camera. Their favorite liquid for rain scenes is actually powdered milk. So a lot of times you see that big kiss at the end on the roof and it's raining and you say, oh, they're actually kissing in milk. A little bit less romantic unless you're really into breakfast. Keep your eyes on the left. Just a few seconds. It's gonna flood. And boom goes the dynamite. Now these water effects recently were used by Lady Gaga. She filmed her Judas music video over there. She actually did her own stunts. She wanted to do them. Went for a swim in that water. Also utilized in this very funny scene from Big Fat Liar. That's all came out of it. And it's great genius.
You can't outrun the wolf, kid! Yeah, we'll see about that. Hey, you're 20 bucks!
Take that, Paul Giamatti stunt double. Right here, though, we're going to cross the border out of Old Mexico into the Wild West, part of the lot we call 6 Points, Texas. Yeehaw! This is where a lot of our cowboys got their barroom brawls. Anybody who was anybody got thrown through a window on these streets. Audie Murphy fought here, John Wayne, Clint Eastwood. Recently, you might recognize these sets from HBO's Westworld. A large part of that park on the show are this very street we're sitting on. It's also used recently by Disney for Saving Mr. Banks with Tom Hanks and Colin Farrell. All those scenes that were flashbacks with Colin Farrell happen on this street as well. And I'll show you how it looks in action.
town ain't big enough for the both of us, Jimmy Fallon.
Well, I ain't going anywhere, Jimmy Fallon.
Now look here. Nice folks in this tram don't want no trouble. They just want to check out 6 Points, one of the oldest sets on the Universal lot.
I hear this where John Wayne and Jimmy Stewart shot a few of their westerns.
That's right. That's where I aim to shoot you.
Looks like we got ourselves a Mexican standoff. Lucky shot.
Now what say you mount up and get out of town while the getting's good?
All right. Well, I'll see you again, fella.
Oh, you can count on it, fella. Now get.
This is the beginning of a beautiful friendship.
We just have to talk it out, that's all.
So 6 Points is one of our oldest streets here at Universal. It was here since the beginning. 1915 was our first year at this location, and we actually cranked out a couple hundred Western films. It was one of the most popular silent film genres. Called this street 6 Points because we used to have 6 other Western streets. They all met here in the middle. It was very easy to shoot silent Westerns. Didn't matter how loud they got, so all those streets were right next door. Cowboy got thrown out of one saloon on Street 1. He could walk right into a completely different movie on Street 2. Say a couple lines, mosey on up down the road to a different movie. That's why all those Western cowboys in the early era were in almost all films. It's also one of our founder, Carl Laemmle's favorite streets. He actually would set up wooden bleachers and guests could watch the movies get shot live. For just a quarter, you could come in, you could cheer for the good guys, you could boo the bad guys. And on your way out of the studios, every guest received a dozen eggs. Because we also used to be a chicken ranch. Before Laemmle knew film was going to catch on, half of the money got invested into chickens. Lucky for us, movies were the big thing, or we'd all be sitting here eating omelets. I'd be awkwardly showing you around the hen house. We got another cool thing to see on our left. This is what we call Park Lake. For our show, The Good Place, with Ted Danson and Kristen Bell. Those sets are right back there, filmed inside that area. It's also used for Pirates of the Caribbean as the island of Tortuga. Even the Muppets visited there. It was used as France in 2011. Jason Segel had that Muppet movie. Also parked out in front of the set to a show called Home and Family. They actually filming here too. Alright, so here we go. We're coming into stage 50. Please stay seated while we're in here. This is a special effects soundstage. Makes it a very unique one. I use it for Beverly Hills Cop 3 with Eddie Murphy. Mini projects filmed in here multiple times. And this staircase on our right leads up to that second floor I was talking about. Up there, it's kind of dressed up as New York City late at night. It's not like walking out of the real subway. So one of our directors wants to get a shot without having to cut. You can follow the character going up these stairs or down the stairs. It's kind of like a midnight in the big city up there. And up ahead on the left, we have an example of a hot set. So the camera's ready to roll at any minute. We got the lights in place, cameras. And my favorite part of the set, craft services, bagels all day. Nobody knows. It's a small tremor. We get these in California. It's not even a big one. Okay, that's a little bit larger. Take time. We're ready to go over and hang on to something. And then panic or screaming as loud as you can. This is real and we're all gonna do it. On fire. That's perfect. What time is it? 2:15. That's when the 2:15 train usually comes. Okay, that's enough earthquake. I should get out of here before anything else. Oh no. through quite a bit so far. We were chased by dinosaurs, there's a flood, an earthquake. How about a relaxing trip to the beach? Me and Johan know this great spot just up ahead, a little peaceful village called Amity, where nothing could ever go wrong. Unless a shark eats us. So a little bit of good news. Looks like those citizens finally caught the shark that was terrorizing the town. Although I remember him being a little bit bigger. Oh no. We caught the wrong shark. We're gonna need a bigger tram. Lucky for us, Universal has one of the best scuba units in the business. It's my buddy Tomas over there making sure it's safe. You got this, right, Tomas? Okay, well, Tomas, no mas. I don't want that to happen to any of you, so please remain seated. We're gonna hide out here by these large red barrels of gasoline. Large red, There's our shark. Yeah, he looks a tiny bit fake up close, but I saw you guys glitch in cartoon. Y'all got scared. It's like a horror movie reaction. That's Bruce the Mechanical Shark. He was actually nicknamed after Steven Spielberg's lawyer Bruce. Fun fact, still one of his lawyers today. Does anybody know what kind of shark that is?
Great white.
Plastic. Great white's also correct. It's a plastic great white shark. And it caused a lot of problems on set. They could never get their shark to work right. They tested it for fresh water. So in one of the attack scenes by Martha's Vineyard in real salt water, shark went a little bit crazy.
That's a much maligned shark. The shark was frustrating. It didn't really work all the time. It didn't work hardly at all.
Wherever you were on the island, you could hear the radio waves. They were always saying, the shark is not working. Repeat, the shark is not working.
We just waited around. We just waited and waited and waited. The shark worked.
Dodger Stadium before that was built. Universal bought them all for $1 a piece. On our right, we got the Chicken Ranch. They filmed up here for A Shout with John Travolta. That's the little whorehouse in Texas with Dolly Parton. And a couple of the Beethoven the Dog sequels. And on our left, we'll get a quick look at Wisteria Lane from Desperate Housewives. They're setting up for some filming over there, so we can't go too deep down there. They did also use that street, which we call Colonial Street, for Animal House. These are for the Munsters. And it's like, okay, hang on a second. That car is not part of Colonial Street. Give me 1 second, I'm gonna call this in. Security.
This is security. What's going on, Studio Tour?
Okay, there's like an unmarked vehicle out by Colonial. It's like a 70s or 80s Dodge Charger, no plate.
You're as cuddly as a cat, and as charming as an eel, Mr. Grinch.
You're a bad banana with a greasy black beard.
Over 2 million linear feet of styrofoam to build the Whoville sets, and they set a universal record by filming in 11 of our sound stages. And I felt really bad for the Who's, because right when the Grinch finally became nice, an even meaner neighbor moved in. His name was Norman Bates. Base motel used for Psycho 2 and 3, and at the top of the hill we're going to show you the original Psycho house used in the first 3 Psycho films. Oh, there's Norman. Everybody act cool. Don't do anything to set him off. He's a little bit of a psycho. Hey, Norman. TGIF. What has he got? Oh, he's got a knife. That was close. Just past our Psycho sets, we have one of the most elaborate sets ever constructed for a film. This right here is the crash site from Steven Spielberg's War of the Worlds. That is a real Boeing 747 on Europe length. It was purchased, shipped here, torn apart for the film.
Designed around. Yeah, you sit down and talk about the way you look. I thought, what if the 747 right in the middle? Because it's just something you don't see.
You're doing good. Robbie, get in. Get in. We also use this area of the lot for Allstate insurance commercials. When disaster strikes in a small neighborhood, we oftentimes use that one right there. It's also used for a very funny episode of Community, where they botched the Habitat for Humanity project. And Nicki Minaj and Rihanna got down there for their Fly music video. On our right, we're passing by Falls.
And begs his mama to look under his bed. And I'm the reason you just lost control of this whole operation. My name is Special Agent Luke Hobbs of the U.S. Diplomatic Security Service. And as of 16.9 seconds ago, I'm the man in charge.
The hell you are.
Let me clue you in on two things, sweet cheeks. One, there's a high-value witness from the Federal Protection Program aboard your vehicle. And two, an international crime syndicate led by Owen Shaw is honing in on this vehicle to take that witness out. Shaw's as ruthless as they come, and he'll stop at nothing to eliminate his target. Every living soul on this vehicle is in serious danger. Other than that, enjoy the ride.
This is not your jurisdiction.
It is now, Stink Pickle.
I'm so tired of you stink guys stepping in just whenever you feel like.
Mute him.
Don't you...
That's better. We're moving your vehicle to a safe location until we have the situation under control. Until then, I want everybody to stay calm. Enjoy the ride. I'm taking care of business. Hobbs out.
Okay, looks like we're up here just ahead in Sullivan's Truck Repair. Sounds like we're getting chased by a bad guy. I'm not too worried though. Universal's dealt with a lot of those before. We've got a grip on villains. Alright, I apologize guys. We're having some technical difficulties out here right now by Fast. Sometimes rides mess up. Sometimes actors mess up. Bad segue, Mike. Capital of LA. Have a fantastic afternoon. We will see you in the movies.